Well, we've got not one, but two major MCU films coming out in 2026. We, of course, have Avengers Doomsday, which we all talk about a lot. Looking forward to that new trailer. And, of course, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, one of the big pieces of news that dropped in recent months was that Stranger Things star Sadie Sink was going to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which got a lot of people excited about. But now it looks like her character might be even more important than we thought. As it is being reported, and this comes just out of Screen Rant here, that Sadie Sink, according to this report, has signed on to be in Avengers Secret Wars coming out in December of 2027 after Doomsday. It says this, a new report from Deadline. After her mysterious MCU debut in Spider-Man Brand New Day next year, Sadie Sink will return to the franchise in 2027 Avengers Secret Wars. The outlet, Deadline, claims that Sink will be filming Secret Wars later in London in 2026, with a previous report from The Hollywood Reporter claiming that the MCU movie would start principal photography in the summer of 2026. So this is Deadline saying that they've got it that Sadie Sink is going to be in Avengers Secret Wars, not Doomsday, although it doesn't preclude that maybe she pops up in Doomsday, but they're not saying that, they're saying Secret Wars. This just makes the question that all the fans have been asking about who is she going to be playing even more intense, because now it's not just a Spider-Man movie she's going to be in. Now it's an Avengers movie she's going to be in. And we assume, and we might be wrong, but we're assuming, and I think it's safe to do so, that she's going to be playing the same character. Whoever it is she's playing in Spider-Man Brand New Day is probably the same character she's going to be playing later on. Now, the three main contenders that, kind of people speculated that she might be playing are the two various Peter Parker love interests. It may be a proper Mary Jane Watson, maybe a Gwen Stacy. The other one is there's been some speculation that she's the new Jean Grey, which if they were going that young, and Sadie Sink is not 14 anymore, but I mean, if they're going to go that young, she'd make a great Jean Grey. So those are kind of the three main things. And I mean, Jean Grey fits really well in Secret Wars because it looks like we're getting the old Fox X-Men in Doomsday. I wonder if we're going to be having the new generation of X-Men in Secret Wars. I don't know. I'm just speculating off the top of my head here. Anyway, Rob, what do you think about this story coming out of Deadline that Sadie Sink is going to be in Secret Wars? And does that give you any more kind of insight as to who she might actually be playing in this universe?
I think that everybody's going to be in Secret Wars. Everybody who ever existed. Ever is going to be in Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
Labubu is in Secret Wars.
I do, because I mean it's going to be. It would not surprise me if Shaquille O'Neal comes back and plays Steel in Secret Wars. John Henry's. Who knows? The entire Justice League.
What was Billy Zane again?
The Phantom.
In the purple suit?
The Phantom.
Billy Zane is the Phantom.
I mean, hell, you never know. Alec Baldwin's going to come back as the Shadow. It's going to be great. I'm telling you. It makes sense to me that Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be connected in some way to Doom's shenanigans. As I speculated, I believe that the post-credit scene is going to have, based on the 40 Marvel movies that came before it or whatever, Spider-Man Brand New Day has to have some connection by the end of the movie. The post-credit scene, somebody's taking somebody somewhere. Somebody's going. Whether it's the end of the world as we know it, Battle World is being formed, we're moving into Doomsday, and somebody joins Doom's group. I think that whatever's going to happen, it ain't going to be good for Spider-Man, and Sadie Sink is going to be part of Doom's consortium of evil. That's what I think. And I don't know who she's playing. I really don't. I have no idea.
Give us your two best guesses.
Well, the thing about Jean Grey is I don't see Jean Grey seems like that would be an outlier in terms of, but then again, that's not I don't know. I just don't think that they would introduce an X-Men that way, but what do I know? I have no idea what the plans are. And it would be interesting because you might introduce Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. I mean, in Grey Malkin Lane, you never know. But I think she's probably playing Gwen Stacy. Doesn't she have to be playing Gwen Stacy? I would think that would be the obvious answer, wouldn't it? I'm going to bet on Gwen
Stacy.
But then you put Gwen Stacy in Secret Wars. Like, I guess, is she like a Pepper Potts then, in a sense? Where I don't know.
I mean, look. The thing about Secret Wars is, by definition, I mean, it's the end of the multiverse saga. So, if you have if we have God Emperor Doom and you go into that like medieval setting, I think you're going to need just as many civilian characters as you need superheroes.
Yeah.
I would imagine. And you would have a resistance of both kinds of characters. And what an interesting way, because I would imagine that if there's going to be a huge Marvel reboot, I don't think Spider-Man is going to be rebooted. So I think that Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, and whatever character Sadie Sink is playing is going to transition out of Secret Wars into other movies. So she's going to stick around, I think. I
think most of them are. I'm going to go outside the box. I'm going to say it's none of the above. I don't think anybody. I don't think Jean Grey. I don't think Gwen Stacy. I don't think Mayday Parker. I don't think a proper Mary Jane. I think she's going to be somebody completely we're not going to even anticipate.
That's
I think once we found who she is, I'm going to take the other. I'm going to check the other box and think she's going to be somebody else. Guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. You know, guys, as the days start to get shorter and it starts getting dark before you've even had dinner, this time of year can feel a little heavier than usual. And something I've been trying to do lately is to reach out to people I haven't connected with in a while. Just last week, I messaged a buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, and we just grabbed lunch. And afterwards, I found myself thinking, why didn't I do this sooner? This time of year isn't easy for everyone, and staying connected really does matter. We're better when we have community, when we have support, and when we make the effort to check in with the people we know and love, and check in with ourselves. And for a lot of people, reaching out for therapy is the same way. It can feel like a big first step, but once they do, they often say, why didn't I do this sooner? And BetterHelp can be that first step. BetterHelp's therapists follow a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the US. They'll also do the matching work for you. After a short questionnaire, they'll help connect you with someone who fits your needs, drawing on more than 12 years of experience. And if the match isn't quite right, you can switch therapists anytime. So this month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's better, HELP.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? According to Deadline, Sadie Sink is not just going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. She's going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. Does that give you any different kind of perspective on who you think she might be playing? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.